This 15th episode contains Garuda's journey to heaven to bring the nectar to free her mother, Vinata, from the curse of Kadru. The golden-bodied Garuda stands beneath the sky, radiant with fiery brilliance all around. In a solemn and inspiring voice, Garuda vowed, he will ascend to heaven and ensure the liberation of his mother from bondage. Aaron, today you shall drive the sun's chariot, and I will set forth on my journey to free my mother, Vinata. Nearby, Aaron is ready in front of the sun's chariot. His brother Garuda placed him as the charioteer. With his left hand he firmly grasped the reins and became the driver of the chariot. Aaron, calm and composed voice, brother, may your journey be auspicious. The duty of guiding the sun's chariot is now upon me. The great chariot of the sun, dazzling and radiant like pure gold. The mighty Garuda, glowing with golden aura, soars through the sky. He flies swiftly, and the heavens tremble with his thunderous roar. The wind rushes like a fierce storm with the beating of his wings. Piercing through the clouds, he advances rapidly. Below lies the boundless blue ocean, where the waves shimmer with a luminous brilliance. Garuda had left his mother Vinata in the midst of the ocean of milk. Vinata sits sorrowful and weary, her face shadowed with grief. In the middle of the ocean lies an island, where Vinata sits. Draped in saffron-color garments, her face bears the marks of sorrow. Garuda descends before his mother. Garuda, in a humble and affectionate tone. Mother, I have sworn to end your bondage. Bless me, so that I may succeed. When Garuda bowed at her feet, her sorrow was somewhat eased. Vinata, with tearful eyes. My son, you are my pride. May the Lord increase your strength. I know you will succeed. She raises her hand in blessing. Kadru, a woman adorned with golden ornaments. Kadru approaches Vinata and addresses Garuda. At that very moment, Kadru called to Vinata and said, take me to the Ramyaka island. There dwell my sons. Garuda, hearing her words, looked at her, his gaze filled with firm resolve. Kadru, in a commanding and insistent tone, Garuda, you are so powerful. Take me to the Ramyaka island. There my sons reside. In the distance, a glimpse of Ramyaka island, golden architecture, coral walls, and lush green forests. Garuda, in a serious and thoughtful voice, Ramyaka island. But I am bound for heaven. Still, since I have been entrusted with this duty, I shall carry you there. Garuda once again soared into the sky. With the mighty beat of his wings, the air shook. He flew with his vast wings spread wide, while Kadru sat upon his back. The vision of Ramyaka island slowly became clearer from afar. Ahead lay the island, but Garuda's eyes were fixed toward heaven. The rays of the sun illuminated their path. Thus began the journey toward his mother's liberation. Vinata lifted Kadru upon her shoulder. Vinata, clad in white, humility upon her face, bore Kadru upon her shoulder. Kadru, in a loud and boastful tone, see, Vinata. Today your son carries me. You are a slave, and thus your son too serves us. Kadru, a radiant woman, her face full of self-satisfaction. And Garuda soared through the sky on his mighty wings. Upon his shoulders clung the serpents, Kadru's sons. Garuda, golden-bodied, immense, with sharp and resolute eyes, countless serpents entwined upon his shoulders. In an instant, he sped toward heaven. The solar sphere, a vast blazing orb, its rays spreading like tongues of fire. Garuda, his massive wings outstretched, face determined, eyes glowing with resolve. As Garuda drew near the sun, its fierce heat began to scorch the serpents. Serpents, crying out in agony, Mother, we are burning, save us. The serpents wreathed, curling their bodies in torment under the blazing heat. Smoke rose from their scorched forms, their bodies shriveled, and they cried out in pain. Kadru, terrified, gazed upon her sons. She realized they were in dire peril. Kadru, in a desperate voice, hands folded in fear, Lord of the three worlds, King Indra. Protect us. My sons are perishing. Indra, wearing a golden crown, holding the thunderbolt, standing in the sky with a stern expression. Responding to Kadru's call, Indra appeared. He summoned the clouds, and in an instant the sky was covered with dark clouds. Clouds gathered. Deep blue and grey clouds covered the heavens. Lightning and thunder. With a mighty roar, lightning flashed. The thunder rumbled, and torrential rain poured down. Indra, in a grey, with the heavy downpour, the burning wounds of the serpents were soothed. The serpents were saved by the rain. Their scorched bodies gradually cooled. Serpents, with a sigh of relief. Lord, you have saved us. Arrival at Ramyaka Island, Garuda, spreading his enormous wings, descended upon Ramyaka Island. At last, Garuda brought the serpents to Ramyaka Island. Ramyaka Island. Golden palaces, coral walls, fragrant sandalwood groves, flowers all around, and lush green forests. It was a celestial land, palaces of gold and coral, groves of sandalwood, scented breezes, and a wondrous place filled with fruits and flowers. Serpents, with peaceful faces, they moved toward their dwelling. Serpents, joyfully, this is our new abode. What a wondrous land. Kadru, with a smile of satisfaction, seeing her children safe. Kadru, in a pleased voice, my children are saved. Garuda, you have fulfilled your duty. Garuda, in a firm tone, my task is not over yet. Now I must go to heaven for my mother's freedom. Garuda, golden-bodied, with vast wings spread, hovering in the sky. In a strong and firm voice, I have completed my duty. Serpents, sitting on Garuda's back, with satisfaction in their eyes. Serpents, cheerfully, Garuda, you brought us this far. Now let us ride on your back and tour the whole island. The serpents requested him to carry them around. Ramyaka Island. Golden palaces, coral walls, surrounded by green forests. Garuda looked at them and said, Garuda, in a stern voice, I am going to another island. You are safe here, but now I must attend to other tasks. Garuda spread his wings swiftly and soared into the sky. The force of his flight stirred a powerful gust of wind. Vinata, dressed in white, with a pale face, sitting on the island of the ocean of milk. Garuda, descending from the sky, with a questioning gleam in his eyes. Garuda returned directly to his mother. Garuda, in an anxious voice, Mother, tell me, why must I keep carrying Kadru's children again and again? Am I nothing but their bearer? Vinata, in a sorrowful tone, my son, this is written in my fate. I am Kadru's slave, and you are the son of a slave. Vinata lowered her eyes, as if a painful memory burdened her heart. Garuda stared at her in astonishment. In the distance, the waves of the sea gently crashed on the shore. Garuda, looking at his mother with astonished eyes, filled with intense curiosity. He was bewildered. How could the mother of such a mighty bird be a slave? He asked her. Garuda, in a hard voice, mixed with wonder and anger. Mother, how did you become a slave? What happened that made you Kadru's servant? Vinata, with a sorrowful face, gazing at the sea. She, taking a deep breath, in a calm voice. This is a long tale, my son. Once I was equal to Kadru. But because of a wager, this misfortune befell me. Garuda kept staring, uncertainty shining in his eyes. Background, the twilight sky, with the sun setting, painting the heavens with red and golden hues. Flashback to the past. Once, Vinata and Kadru stood together before a great white horse, Uchcheshravas. One day, I and Kadru made a wager about a horse's color. That horse was Uchcheshravas, a divine steed born from the ocean itself. I said it was pure white. But Kadru said part of it was black. Vinata, with a confident smile, beautiful and firm. She, in the flashback, in a confident voice. Uchcheshravas is pure white. If I lose this wager, then I shall be your slave. Kadru, with a cunning smile, surrounded by serpents. She, with a sly grin. So be it, Vinata. Be prepared. For fortune may not always favor us. The horse stepped forward, and its tail appeared to have a black shade. Vinata was stunned, while Kadru's face gleamed with victory. Uchcheshravas, radiating pure brilliance from his body. But Kadru had resorted to deceit. She had commanded her children to cover Uchcheshravas's tail with blackness. I lost, and thus became her slave. Return to the present. Garuda, enraged, his eyes turning blood red. He, in a trembling voice of wrath. Mother, you were deceived. Kadru and her children have acted unjustly. Vinata, with sadness in her eyes, yet a faint blessing for her son on her face. She, in a calm voice. This is fate, my son. If you wish to free me, then fight against destiny itself. Garuda clenched his fists, spread his wings, and lightning flashed across the sky. Sky, deep blue, as if a mighty storm was about to break. Garuda, golden-bodied, standing with massive wings spread. His eyes have turned blood red with rage. He, in a deep, excited voice, upon learning the reason for my mother's bondage, an immense anger arose within me. My eyes turned blood red, and my fierce breath shook the air. He, roaring, with a trembling voice, Kadru has sought refuge in deceit. Mother, you have suffered this injustice. But I will free you. Vinata, sitting before him, her face showing sorrow and helplessness. Garuda spreads his massive wings and swiftly flies into the air, in search of Kadru. Setting, deep red-orange sky, as if a mighty storm is imminent. Kadru, sitting on a throne, black aura spreading, surrounded by her serpent offspring. Garuda controlled his anger and approached Kadru with reverence. He knew he would need strategy to free his mother. Garuda, standing with humility, but his eyes reflect firm determination. He, in a humble yet resolute voice, tell me, mother, what must be done to free my mother? Kadru, pausing briefly, with a cunning smile, bring nectar from heaven, and then Vinata shall be freed. Garuda is stunned, but a fire of victory lights up in his eyes. He bows his head in consent. Setting, regal environment, with serpents coiled all around. Garuda, looking at the sky, with a determined smile. Learning the path to his mother's freedom filled Garuda's heart with joy. He knew no obstacle could withstand his strength. Vinata, looking at him with hopeful eyes. Garuda, in an elated voice, Mother, do not worry. I will bring nectar immediately. He prepares to fly swiftly but suddenly feels hunger. Setting, dawn breaking slowly, like the start of a new day. Garuda, holding his stomach, eyes showing fatigue. Despite being hungry and tired, he realizes the need to conserve strength for the arduous journey. He asks his mother for food. He, weary but firm, Mother, my body grows weak with hunger. I need something to eat, so that I may regain my strength. Vinata, with a concerned expression, she gives advice. She, in a loving and cautious tone, eat the night creatures on the seashore. They will restore your strength. But be careful, there is a Brahmin there, do not, under any circumstances, eat him. Garuda, curious, why, mother? What if I do not know him? Vinata, gravely, no one escapes the wrath of a Brahmin, not even the gods. So eat wisely, my son. Garuda consents and swiftly flies towards the seashore, his wings beating the air with a powerful thrum. Setting, seashore at night, semi-dark, distant night creatures moving about. Garuda, spreading his massive wings, flying through the night sky, eyes full of hunger. Seashore, dark-colored, terrifying night creatures scurrying. In a deep, ominous voice, following his mother's advice, Garuda reached the seashore. Countless night creatures scurried about. Garuda began devouring him swiftly, as if a storm had engulfed them. He, anxious and hungry, I must conserve my strength. I will devour the night creatures, so that I may bring nectar. He devours the creatures one by one. His massive beak swallows them in an instant. Setting, dark night, moon glowing sharply, the sea roaring. Garuda suddenly stops, face showing pain, eyes wide with astonishment. He was devouring the night creatures, but suddenly he felt a fire burning in his stomach. Setting, gradually, a light like fire emanates from within his body, as if a strange energy is flowing through him. He realizes there must be a Brahman inside his stomach. Inside his body, a Brahman and his wife are seated. The Brahman's body shines like fire, as if he is a form of flame himself. Garuda, astonished and anxious. What is this feeling? Why is fire burning inside me? Have I mistakenly swallowed the Brahman? He keeps pressing his stomach, feeling the agony of the fire. Garuda, looking downward, voice deep and respectful. He realized the being inside him was no ordinary human, but a Brahman. He quickly called for their release. Brahman, radiant, shining like fire, with his wife beside him. Garuda, respectfully, in pain. Brahman, you are inside my body. Please come out. Brahman, calm and composed. But how can I come out? My wife is also within your stomach. Garuda is stunned, quickly searching for a solution. Setting, spread of spiritual light, an almost miraculous scene. Garuda, mouth open, taking slow breaths. He knew the Brahman was invincible. He quickly called for his release. He, in a serious voice, you are invincible, so I cannot harm you. Please come out quickly. Brahman and his wife, holding hands, slowly emerging from Garuda's body. Garuda exhales in relief, and the fire within his body subsides. Brahman, in a blessing tone, Garuda, remain vigilant. Your journey is long, but you will surely succeed. The Brahman and his wife gradually vanish into the sky, and Garuda continues on his path. Setting, a radiant glow, as if a sacred sense of liberation is spreading. Garuda, golden-bodied, flying through the sky, his massive wings tearing through clouds. He was flying, but his body was gradually growing tired. Even after devouring the night creatures, his hunger was not satisfied. He realized he must conserve his energy, otherwise he would not be able to fetch nectar from heaven. Setting, sky tinged with red, below green forests, mountains, and rivers. Garuda's expression, face showing fatigue, pressing his stomach, anguished by hunger. He, tired, breathing heavily, my hunger is not easing at all. Have I grown too weak? I must eat something more. He looks toward the sky, as if seeking guidance. In the distance, he notices an hermitage where his grandfather, sage Kashyapa, is engaged in meditation. Garuda, descending, head bowed in respect. He arrived at his grandfather Kashyapa's hermitage. Kashyapa was deep in meditation, but Garuda's powerful roar made him open his eyes. He, respectfully, yet plaintive, Grandfather, I seek your blessings. I am well, but extremely hungry. Even after eating the night creatures, my hunger persists. Sage Kashyapa, white beard, deep ascetic robes, sitting in deep meditation with eyes closed. He, calm and reassuring, Garuda, your journey is long. If you remain powerless, you will not fulfill Kadru's condition. He raises his hand to bless him, and Garuda bows to receive it. Garuda, sitting in front of Kashyapa, eyes questioning. Kashyapa remains silent for a moment, then speaks. He, serious and firm voice, Garuda, go to a lake. There, an elephant and a tortoise are fighting. They have been enemies for ages. Whoever emerges victorious, if you devour them, your hunger will be satisfied. Garuda, astonished but curious, the battle between the elephant and the tortoise. Why are they enemies? Kashyapa, slowly rising, looking toward the sky. He, sighing, their enmity is ancient. But that story will be told later. Now, you go. Do not waste time. Garuda nods in agreement, rises, spreads his wings, and prepares to fly. His eyes shine with renewed hope. Background, a clear lake, where a massive elephant and tortoise are fighting fiercely. Garuda, flying, his powerful wing strokes shaking the air. Following his grandfather's instructions, Garuda heads toward the lake. His eyes carry unyielding resolve. He will overcome any obstacle to free his mother. Setting, a vast lake, with the elephant and tortoise in intense battle at the center. The scene appears towards the lake as Garuda approaches. Garuda's expression, confident, determined to satiate his hunger. He, inwardly, with firm voice, I will never stop. The ultimate goal of this journey is only my mother's liberation. He rushes forward at tremendous speed, creating strong whirlwinds around him. Garuda, golden-bodied, wings spread, flying through the sky, radiating light. In a deep and emotional voice, he a great hero of the Mahabharata. He is not just a powerful king of birds, but a symbol of boundless love for his mother and unwavering resolve. Setting, golden light in the sky, below the vast ocean, whose waves reflect his image. Garuda, looking toward the sky, in a resolute voice. I am determined. My mother Vinata will be freed, and I will fulfill my duty. Back in Kashyapa's blessing, Garuda's respect toward Vinata, his conversation with Kadru. Symbolic form of Mahabharata. A massive white manuscript, its pages turning, depicting Garuda's story. Reflection of Veda Vyasa, a sage writing the Mahabharata, with Ganesha beside him writing. The Mahabharata is not just the story of the Kurukshetra war, it contains epic tales of many great characters. Garuda is one of those extraordinary characters, whose strength rivals the gods, whose sacrifice is immense, and whose love is eternal. Back in the key events, Garuda's birth, display of strength, fetching nectar from heaven. Veda Vyasa, in a spiritual voice, Garuda is not just a giant bird, he is a resolute warrior, whose story will inspire generations. Ganesha continues writing the Mahabharata verses in the manuscript. Garuda, flying toward heaven, lightning flashing around him, gods watching in astonishment. His resolve was not only for his mother's liberation, it symbolized a righteous battle against injustice. His character reflects one of the Mahabharata's greatest teachings, sacrifice, courage, and determination. Vinata, looking toward the sky with compassionate eyes, tears of pride in her gaze. Garuda, soliloquy, firm voice. This journey is not just for my mother's liberation. It is my vow to remain steadfast on the path of righteousness. In the earlier happenings, Garuda conversing with Kadru, entering heaven, receiving nectar.